Kippur blows on Rosh Hashanah. I'll start a little bit for this. Is it on? It says in the Rambam that Rosh Hashanah comes, so they open the book. The ones who are tzaddiks right away in life, those are Roshas, they die. And those are Beinoni, if you do Teshuvah, from now to Rosh Hashanah, Kippur, you can change your desire. And he asked the question, Dr. Berg asked the question, why do we say you do Teshuvah? Say, do more mitzvahs. So the answer, the Ron Kotler answer, it says, once Rosh Hashanah comes, the cheshbon's finished, everything's all finished. You can't change it. So more mitzvahs is not going to help you. More mitzvahs are going to help you for the next year. What can help you only? Teshuvah. Because Teshuvah uproots the old. Teshuvah means to change your pattern. You change your own. But once Yom Kippur comes, then you did Teshuvah. That's right. But let's say years later you did Teshuvah, it doesn't help. Yom Kippur came, it's finished. You already had the exam there?
I don't understand. If we say that מראש השנה עד יום הכיפורים תלויים ועומדים, what it's more זכויות and עבירות, so if I do more mitzvot, so it already helps me more than Teshuvah. I do more mitzvot, so then the זכויות it's more than עבירות, and then I have life.
That's exactly the question. The answer is no. Once Rosh Hashanah comes, before I should do more mitzvahs. Once Rosh Hashanah comes, what?
Before Rosh Hashanah, more mitzvahs?
Yes. Once Rosh Hashanah comes, what happens?
It's gzar din.
It's finished. The year's closed. Now you have a new year. So it doesn't help you. Now you do a mitzvah today. But it does not help you over there. Tuluyas is only on what? To do tshuva.
תלויים ועומדים מראש השנה עד יום הכיפורים.
Only means tshuva. Only tshuva.
But what does it mean tluim v'omdim? It means like that, the balance.
But all you can do is tshuva. You can't do more mitzvahs. Tshuva. We'll see right away. All the individual can do is what? Listen carefully. You can do what?
Tshuva.
Why tshuva? Because tshuva uproots the old. So like you never had it. Like you made a mistake, you change your mistake.
Why? Because tshuva is what?
Uproots, takes away the old. Okay.
So then it can pass, it can fast and limchok the past.
Yeah, so then when it comes Yom Kippur, he makes the cheshbon, he says, okay, now you pass. So once you got life, you got life. He doesn't change life and death, it's ready. New year, try a new year, new din. Once the Gzar din is finished, it doesn't change, it's finished.
Now we should spend our time doing Teshuvah. Right now, we should spend, if we have a choice of doing a mitzvah, doing Teshuvah, we should really
do Teshuvah, right? Exactly. For yourself. Except it's different. We have another round. First, you're going to get this round. That's the first one.
There's like tzedakah and chesed and tefillah will change the decree.
Yeah. We're going to discuss it right away. So that's the individual. And the goyim are judged on Rosh Hashanah. When is Klal Yisrael judged? Yom Kippur. The individual is judged on, this is according to Shitas HaRambam. The individual is judged on Rosh Hashanah. I didn't go, this is the Rambam Shita. Rosh Hashanah, the individual is judged. And he has the Yom Kippur for the Gzar Din. If he changed Teshuvah, so he can change what's happening. When does Klal Yisrael judge, and the world is judged on Rosh Hashanah? They're finished. There's no Yom Kippur for them. Yom Kippur is only for Jews and Klal Yisrael. Now, that's I don't make up the rule.
No, I didn't understand the last term of what you said.
I said that the individual and the Jewish nation, the non-Jewish nations are judged on Rosh Hashanah. And Yom Kippur, the Jewish nation is judged. Except the Jewish person has a chance for Rosh Hashanah to Yom Kippur. If he does Teshuvah, he can say there's a mistake and they reevaluate his case. It's a reevaluation of the case. But already the mitzvahs are finished. Right? Now we have Rosh Hashanah. Now if that's true, then we have a new position. Since Klal Yisrael is being judged on Yom Kippur, so two things can happen. if we do individuals make up the unit. So if the individual does Teshuvah, so then, and the unit of Klal Yisrael is built upon the individual, so the individual do Teshuvah, that will change the balance. Number two, if the Klal Yisrael is going to be judged on Yom Kippur, so then you can do mitzvahs between Rosh Hashanah and Kippur, but for what? For yourself? To live life, or for what? To help the Klal. So it's a different mitzvah now. Until now you do mitzvahs
For prat.
for yourself. You gain for yourself.
ראש השנה זה דנים
Now, when you do a mitzvah, it's what? To mishtatef in the Klal.
ראש השנה נידנים בנפרד כלל ישראל?
The sheet is over. So now, between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, you do more mitzvahs. How is it going to be judged? With the Klal. So the Klal Yisrael is going to get more mitzvahs to overweigh. You do Teshuvah, then the individuals change. And those no mitzvahs will help change the... Because in order to get the Klal, you first check out the individual. So in Rosh Yom Kippur, whoever did Teshuvah will be different. So therefore the Klal Yisrael, and the Klal Yisrael is composed of individuals. So the individual will change. So then the judgment of the Klal will change, the general will change. Here, people do mitzvahs between Rosh Yom Kippur. So then the Klal, those will go for the Klal. Because everybody didn't even know for the next year. You have this period, even though for the next year it's for yourself. But it's for this coming year, or this for the last year, is going to be
And
for
not all the
the...
time, not all the time every ma'aseh that a person do is
That-
like, we said that it says that all the world is in half of the position, and every ma'aseh that a Jew does,
The whole world.
he is mashpia on the whole world. So what's the difference than doing the ma'asim that I do during the year and dafka and Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur? Because during the year, if I do ma'asim tovim, it's for me and also for Klal Yisrael.
Not so. Not true. Only when there's two dinim. I explain a little more. Let's say Rosh Hashanah you're judged for life. And Klal Yisrael is judged on Yom Kippur to live, or no bad thing will happen. Right? And then they do a terrible thing like Sdom, they do Ma'aseh Sdom when they do Chilul Shabbos, Klal Yisrael. So right away, it says Melach Ohev Mishpat. He immediately calls a Bezdin and he judges the person or Klal Yisrael, even during all year long. So he gives you a life, but you do something real terrible, on the spot he can call the Bezdin and change the Gzera. An individual is good. But when does God sit? This is what the Taz says. When does God sit and judges and brings your case up? Rosh Hashanah, it's normal, and Yom Kippur for the season. Okay? So now, Rosh Hashanah comes, it's finished already. What do you do is Teshuvah. If you want to do now any mitzvahs, it's going to be for the Klal. As Klal is going to gain from it, and then the judgment of the Klal. That's what Mama says. When it's being weighed, then it'll be kasser. That's called tzadik yisoma. When you do something, then it will change. You can change the whole world, and if it affects Klal Yisrael, because the individual is for himself and also for the Klal. When is it dafka for the Klal? See, during the year you do for yourself, and you do yourself also helps the Klal. But or when they're going to court and they're doing something real, but like Chilul Shabbos or Sodom, whatever it may be, so then you do one big mitzvah, so that could overweigh at the time they're being judged during the year because it's an emergency. But it's not an emergency, you do a mitzvah. So yourself, and the Klal gains because of you. When? So it's going to be judged on Yom Kippur for Klal.
So during the year, if a Jew does a good act, it's for himself and also for the Klal for Yom Kippur.
Or
when Hashem judged the Klal Yisrael.
Not because Yom Kippur, for you. And when you individuals make a Klal, because individual will help Yom Kippur. But also will help. Now let's say also now there's a Gzar Din because Klal Yisrael is doing terrible things like Chilul Shabbos. Well, Klal Yisrael is doing terrible things like Sodom, Ma'aseh Sodom. So then, even though the Klal Yisrael or the individual is judged for good, right then Hashem can change the judgment.
I mean, it's more, the time is more stress, so every mice it's more
At that time,
shakul,
they were
it's more
through time. Hashem is the individual and the world. Yom Kippur is Klal Yisrael, the Jewish people. It's a different time period. This is when Hashem sits down and judges. It's a set time. A set time. Here it can be any time. He brings judgment when so you did a terrible act, you did a terrible thing, so then right away God calls the Bezdin and judges you or the Klal Yisrael. During the year changes your judgment. If you don't do terrible things, it's a good thing.
We were already judged on Hashem, we're not being judged on Yom Kippur also.
Klal Yisrael judgment, according to the Rambam.
So there you need a mitzvah, right?
No?
At the any time, there you need a big mitzvah.
Now if you do a mitzvah here,
Yeah.
I thought we need
then
Teshuvah.
that will help.
I thought we need Teshuvah.
Yeah, here's Teshuvah.
Here's
So the tshuva can
Now Teshuvah, what does it do?
עוקר את העבר.
Okir Agava. Okir it uproots the past. And Teshuvah uproots the past. Therefore, when it comes to Yom Kippur, which is the final, here he gives the judgment and here he signs it. So you have a chance from the writing it to the signing. If you do Teshuvah, remove the past, and then the sign won't come out here. So now, okay? Now, here is Shiur. Shiur is built upon a lot of individuals. A lot of individuals, okay? Shiur, the unit, is built on what? On individuals. So now, if you change, then the Shiur changes right there. So when it comes to Yom Kippur, you did Teshuvah, that helps us.
Even if it's just one out of many?
That's right, because things are according to the deed and the clock. Now there's another thing. Since Klal is judged here, so if you do a mitzvah here, it now helps here. It comes here. This tshuva helps the Yom Kippur and Shiur, and this mitzvah helps for the mitzvahs of the Shiur.
And judgment of Yeshiva.
Yeah, this is what helps here.
But what's the difference between mitzvah that I do between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur and a mitzvah that I do every year, during the
And
year?
a mitzvah you do during the year, so you're a yochid. And when will that take effect? If you're on Yom Kippur, because Klal Yisrael is only on Yom Kippur.
That's what you do during the year, because you're a Yachid, it affects you on Rosh Hashanah.
It will affect yourself on Rosh Hashanah, and then will affect Klal Yisrael, because you're different, will affect the Klal. But if in this period of time when the Klal is being judged, any more mitzvahs you do here will change the balance here. Teshuvah will change the individual, and then the individual automatically is different than the Klal. So now it comes out that the mitzvah you do now will help Klal Yisrael much more than any other time. We can't help you anymore. Until now, we can't help you. So until now, let me tell you, how do you feel about doing a mitzvah? It's not for yourself right now. It's to help the Klal. And the only way, explain 1 second, it's not for yourself, you're helping the Klal. Until now you're doing Achnos Asorach and Dikah Hol and Kibbut Av and whatever, so you're getting rewarded, it's yours. Now, you do this mitzvah, maybe for next year it'll be for yourself. Right now it's only for the Klal, to help the Klal. So how do you feel at that moment, you're doing a mitzvah, it's going to help the Klal?
I'm still good.
What?
You feel adarabah, you feel more important than the mitzvah.
Now, when the cloud is being judged, and you did a mitzvah, so you will get benefits back, even though you were a Russia here, but since you were part of the cloud, and the cloud went good, so you're going to get benefits from the cloud. And that's what we say. We give every Shabbos, what do we say? Every Shabbos, what do we say? We say a bracha, special.
כמי שעוסקים בצורכי ציבור.
כל העוסק בצורכי ציבור, there's a special called צורכי ציבור. If you do a mitzvah for the tzibur, so then you will get back. Even you don't deserve, and your personal life is terrible. When you're helping the tzibur, and you do b'emunah, so you will get back special blessing of the tzibur on you. So not the din of the yachid, but you'll help you, the din of the rabbin will help you. Like the schus ha-rabbin help you, schus ovos help you, schus of the din of the rabbin should help you. Get schus rabbin to help you.
So this is a
So there's
time.
two, yes, already have a big change, two things now. One is Rosh Hashanah, the individual. There's also the Rosh Hashanah you're going to gain, but it's going to be different because when you're doing that mitzvah, you're connecting to the tzibur, to the unit, and then you're helping it too. And therefore, it comes out that you get benefit from it, but it's an indirect benefit.
So that means really between Rosh Hashanah and Kippur, it's a good time in terms of mitzvahs to make an effort to do tzarchei tzibur and chesed and zillah.
But also going to be other people than yourself.
I mean,
Children and husband, that's what the tzibur in particular. Now, I asked yesterday a question. Why is it after Rosh Hashanah? We have a fast called Tzom Gedalia. And when you're at Tzom, you're tired, you can't do the mitzvah, you can't clean the house, you can't your husband's can't money, and somehow like build a house. So that's called breaking your pattern. What is the normal pattern? And you say, where is your heart? Rahman Aliba, where is your heart? So it's you're fasting, therefore, where are you? Check yourself in another circumstances, changing the environment. What is it? Second of all, what was the sin of Gedalia? Was it an individual affecting the tzibur?
He didn't believe Lashon Hara.
No, he affected the tzibur, he killed the guy, he killed the governor. So he didn't act with the yachid to the tzibur, because this is the time basically when you involve the yachid in the tzibur, the individual with the tzibur, that's the type of things you have to do tshuva for, you have to work on that. So you change that now.
Because what? Because the Yachid made Avera.
No, Yochid, we did that, it affected the tzibur. Yeah, he did. Gedai ben Achikam did. They killed Gedai ben Achikam. They killed him, then it affected the tzibur. The anti-this was a direct effect to the tzibur. And there you got to see what happened. Terrible things happened. So this time you have to worry about the Yochid in relation to the tzibur. So they gave a place to change your mode and think differently in another way to change ideas of the individual with the tzibur. Because every individual has two parts. One is himself, and then the tzibur. So this is the time when the tzibur is going to be affected by your deeds. And you can add mitzvah to help the tzibur. And then you will get the spin-off benefit from the tzibur. Like we said, those who help tzibur emunah, except for shlema, takes care of you, so all these things. Even though your own zechus you may not have. That's why they asked the question. Why should God give you a long life? Because I did good deeds. You want to get schar for your mitzvahs in this world? You want to sell your mitzvahs in this world? Because you're a good person. You did mitzvah. You learned husband, my Torah, your children. We're good. You want to sell your mitzvahs? Is that what you want to do? Terrible. Then the only mitzvahs are worth what? You want to make a quantum of the mitzvahs and mitzvahs, they eternally go on. You make a quantum measurement from it? You want to sell it? No, I need to live more because I got to help my wife, I got to help my children, I got to help my husband. Tzibur, I got to help the tzibur. You're not for yourself, for others. So in order for them have to live, I'm needed. I'm needed. You can get tzibur. So you want to get it, matnaschinam. So again, it's a different cheshbon. And that's what we're talking about. At this point, But the tzibor, and then when you say, I want the source of the tzibor that helps you, I should be able to live this of helping others and changing people and doing all these mitzvahs.
זכינו לחיים למענך אלוקים חיים. זכינו לחיים למענך, for Hashem.
Yeah, but Hashem, it really means that when God created the world, He wanted life. He said the world is good. So by definition, my creator wanted life. So you want life, God, and I want it, so help me get my life that you want to create me for. That's it. Yeah. מה?
נניח שמישהו קשה לו להתפלל בראש השנה. משום, נגיד, מכל מיני סיבות, מחלה, או...
The only mitzvah you have a Rosh Hashanah is listen to the shofar. If you did it, you did not. You get judged no matter what. And the Chachamim say, when you hear shofar in your daven, Dini Chachamim is that you pray Malchus Zechon and shofar, as opposed to Raisa. But the main mitzvah is shofar finished. You get judged anyway. Prayer no. Nothing to do. You pray, didn't pray, you get judged. Go and pray, don't pray. What's the difference? Just you didn't pray, you didn't pray. The only thing, God gave us the secret and the power of Rosh Hashanah. The Goyim don't know about it, so they can't do anything about it. We know about it, so we have the power of Rosh Hashanah, we have the gift of Rosh Hashanah, we have the gift of Shofar, so we run to get the gift to help us to get a good life. They don't have the gift, they're not going to get it. They won't do Teshuvah, they won't thank God, they won't make God the king, we won't make him the king and we're the slaves so we get help, that he's the father, we're the children, help your child. So we don't have that relationship, we got to cement that relationship. So we get the secret, so we do it, so we win. They don't know about it, they don't do it, they don't get it. So they don't gain that step, we gain that step. So it's a gift for us to pray. It's a gift for us to do it. You got the gift, no, you didn't get the gift also. It goes on anyway. God gave us a gift of worship. The same thing, He gave us a gift to do Teshuvah. He created Teshuvah before the creation of the world. Yeah.
Suppose that all the year we were being bad and not good, and Rosh Hashanah we were good and pray and everything. So, Hashem Shomea?
Yeah, but it depends, what is He doing it for? If you say, Abba, help your daughter, even though I'm a bum, still your daughter. Can you say, Melech, I'm your slave, even though I'm a bad slave. So if you just prayed, so you did a mitzvah. Then you're good that night. What do you say? You say, listen, since I'm good this one day, therefore, I can be good more days, so have mercy on me. That's the argument. You have to have the argument.
He judges for the whole year.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you a little story, you see. God judges. He knows who your Abba was and your grandfather and your grandmother. He knows all your history when you're creating all the story. And He knows what's going to be the future. He knows all about you. You just say, look, I just this one moment, but I know already what you did in the past, when your grandfather did and why you are, and why it's in your genes, this, and I know what happened. Because the whole story is right in front of them. The whole thing is laid out right in front of the whole history, beginning and end is right there. There's only one part. So you think I just prayed. It's, listen, that's what your grandfather did all the time. Always in trouble, he prayed. But he went back to his bad deeds. So don't you say, look what I did, I prayed. So listen, you have a track record. And every time you're in trouble, you cry. Lord, forgive me, I'll do Teshuvah. You're doing this for 30 years or 50 years. So how much value do we put on it? See, there's a whole picture here. It's not a limit, it's a whole total.
Unless the person's sincere.
What?
Unless the person's really sincere at that point.
Okay, what's sincere, we said, there is emes, sheker, and kozeh. What does kozeh mean? Momentarily you're sincere, but you don't upkeep what you say. That's called kozeh. When the Jews said Nasa v'nishma at Har Sinai, according to Sefta, it was called kozeh. They meant well, but right away they did what? There you go. Why did they not say they couldn't upkeep and hold their commitment. The guy said, I'll change Allah. They can't keep his commitment. That's called what? Kozeh. He means well, but he can't keep a commitment. It's called kozeh. Not everybody.
Well, I mean, like, people might have...
I don't talk Russian about, but everybody. There are a lot of people there.
No, I mean, on some level, a person wants to choose, they want to be committed, and you say on Yom Kippur, Shelo Echza Od. But who doesn't do a sin during the whole next year? So
that can't be, you see. That means, according to you, then the left is a faker.
King David said, אני אמרתי בחוק, זה כל אדם כוזב.
Yeah, but there's, like you said, certain levels, it's true. There's certain things you try. Certain, so in other words, I always explain that under certain states of mind, a certain being, under certain conditions, it's true. If under these happen, then you're this way. Change the facts, and you're falling. You keep a diet under these conditions. Then your meals are prepared, and you don't go to any parties, and then this and that. So you keep a diet. Let's change the story. Some people are better, they change up. But I got another second. Each one has his own ways it breaks down. But in these circumstances, it doesn't change. You say, don't change, and you will. We mainly learn that Teshuvah is a very big thing. You're forced to do Teshuvah now. And the Teshuvah changes your own desire and changes also Klal. So it's an added step to do Teshuvah. When you do Teshuvah now, it affects Klal even much more. You tip the scale. And then when you do Teshuvah, be tzaddik yourself, you be the foundations of the world. And second of all, that when you do mitzvahs, you also now do mitzvahs more so to help the Klal. And then your schus of helping the Klal, you'll benefit from the Klal. Even though individually you may be lost already, you do mitzvahs will help the Klal, the general, and then it'll help you. So even though you're lost from the Klal, and from the individual, you may gain from the Klal to live. The schus of the Klal will keep you alive. So we have a little, yeah.
It isn't like you're saying that the mitzvahs that you do now, you know this, so it makes like your mitzvah is more pure in a way, like it's like more l'shem shemayim. As long as you know. If you know now, it's not for yourself. So it seems like it's a way, like you say, in this time Hashem forces us to do things.
Yeah,
but He also forces us to be l'shem shemayim.
Let's talk simple. I say, guy, person's sick. Refrain Hashem and to help the sick. We should help a lot of sick. How are you going to help me? Maybe it'll help Ruben, Shimon, maybe. Rachel, how do you want to help me? So I said sick. So I have a little prayer there. You have a right to have a person. And Rachel Bas, Maya Bas, whatever. So you don't feel in the same direction as you go for the cloud that you're going to be getting from the cloud. Maybe the cloud will have a lot, but someone that comes to you, you'll lose your portion, or it'll be distributed, or somehow you'll fall out. How do you know? It's not so easy when you're going to give to the cloud, and the clouds will change. How do you know you're going to get the spin of benefit? There's this formula. It has to be be'emunah, it has to be truthfully. There's certain rules when you help the cloud. Not everybody helps the cloud, it's helping the cloud, it's helping themselves. And they gain personal benefits.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I think I'm trying to say, that here, you help the clown no matter what, right? I mean, even though, like, you might not...
I agree to that. I agree to that. There's no shy about
Other
it.
times it's harder. Now it's easier to help the clown, but if you had difficulty before.
And your mitzvahs is not for the cloud will help the cloud by changing, but by adding those mitzvahs for the cloud. Surely if you feel the feelings for the cloud, it becomes even stronger and better.
And the mitzvah of Teshuvah, how you have to write all the Adalat you did, Arzoya, and to bring it with you and Yom Kippur and to do Teshuvah.
Going to the Ramban, you should do Teshuvah before. And going to other people, even if you don't help, you have to, you can do, I mean, you can help, but not, because Yom Kippur is like a carbon, a kapara, and you need this, and you do it before you do the carbon, before you do the carbon. Anyway, the main thing you got to do Teshuvah, you're forced to do Teshuvah.
It's the reason why Teshuvah helps before Yom Kippur, because it changes the ability to... It actually erases some of
Right. You made a mistake, you get on the right hand. You have dirt, you get the soap and clean it.
But on the other hand, a person could add aveilus to their deal. Oh no.
Except you can have, like I said, emergency. They call the bezin, even in the middle of it. You don't have to wait till Yom Kippur. Emergency bezin comes and discusses between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, emergency bezin to judge the person.
So the mitzvah that we do during the year, when he helps with the cloud, only in time of Mordechai.
That's emergency. Emergency. This is according to the Rambam. I'll leave it about which is according to the
Couldn't get on Kirkland, you took the Petersburg.
If a person does a mitzvah for, let's say, yes, whatever, for his house, to help his family. So now, if he says, knowing that it will help the child.
It has more benefits and you get more spin-off benefits out of it. Okay, good. I wish everybody, again, you have the person Mechila. Mechila means what I forgive you, so the racing part. Medical, yeah. Everybody should have a good year.